I'm Fred Siriex, and I'm French.
Hi!
Bonjour!
I used to work front of house in a hospitality industry.
Cheers.
Cheers.
But now I'm front of camera, bringing people together.
I'm going to race you.
I love living life to the full and embracing new cultures, food and people.
It's very good.
One of my greatest passions is cycling.
Woo!
So I'm bringing my bike across the Irish Sea to a land I know little about.
Ireland, here I come! Here I come!
I'm setting out on a series of cycle challenges along the coast of Northern Ireland, starting in the Moor Mountains and on to Donegal. Some tough,
But I tell you what, it's steep.
some more gentle, but all spectacular.
This is so beautiful.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
It's not just about cycling.
This is very eventful here.
There's going to be other sorts of challenges along the way.
Yes. Hey!
You've all heard of the Tour de France.
This is insane, insane.
This is Tour de Fred. This time, I say bonjour to Strangford Lough in County Down, Northern Ireland.
Look how beautiful this is.
Stand by to be blown away by my dancing prowess.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. No idea whatsoever.
A cycle challenge both on land and sea.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Captain Fred speaking. Make sure you hang on tight.
And some friendly competition along the way.
See, I'm just going to show you mine.
Are you okay? She tripped me.
At around 16 miles long and 4 miles wide, Strangford Lough is the largest tidal sea loch in the UK and Ireland. Along with its 70 islands, the loch is one of the most richly biodiverse regions in Europe. Over 2,000 marine species have been recorded here. I'm making my way along the loch shores to Castleward. An 18th century mansion which overlooks the water. This house of two sides is supposed to be famous for its unique mixture of architectural styles and interiors. Well, let's find out.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, Fred.
How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to Castleward.
It's a beautiful place.
It is. It's really, really special. I feel like you're coming back in time when you come through the gates and you sort of arrive to this, which is the big showpiece. So I suppose the thing with Castleward, Fred, is it's considered one of Ireland's most curious houses. It's really famous for having these two distinct facades, which is completely unique in Ireland. So this side is completely classical. So classical is all about order, it's about symmetry, it's about being really fashionable. When this house was first built in the 1760s, you know, if you arrived here on your horse and carriage in 1760, this house would have been really modern. It would have been cutting edge.
The symmetry, of course, is about beauty, isn't it?
Yes.
It's about getting all the proportion right.
Exactly, exactly. And the classical architecture you see is very typical of an Irish house in that period. But when you go around to the other side, it's a totally different house altogether. It's Gothic.
I'm really curious to see it now.
Yeah, well, let's go take a look and I'll explain that one to you.
Okay. Wow!
Yeah, now that is why the house was built here. It was for that view.
Oh my God.
It's absolutely breathtaking. You can see the whole way up Strangford Lough. But it was actually this side of the house I really, really wanted to show you.
It's so different from the front.
Well, I would say both are considered a front, but this is the side that they wanted the world to see.
You know what? I prefer the classical side.
Oh, really?
What about you?
I prefer the Gothic. I think the Gothic is really whimsical. But even back then, it would have been really fashionable.
Why did they build it like this? It doesn't make sense when you look at it, right?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense on paper, but actually, the house was built by a husband and wife called Bernard and Anne Ward. They were the first Lord and Lady Bangor, and they were planning this house for a really long time. And so they created this, what I would call a theatrical masterpiece.
Right.
But after about 20 years of marriage and 8 children together and what seemed like a really successful project, Anne left Castle Ward.
Did she?
And she never came back again. And she wrote in her diary, better to be a dog than married to Bernard Ward.
Oh.
But something happened, and we don't really know what it was. And she's remained this really mysterious figure for us.
Definitely want to go and have a look.
Okay, I'll show you.
I'm keen to learn more about the mysterious Lady Bangor inside Castle Ward, in a private boudoir.
Wow, this is like Bridgerton, isn't it?
It is like Bridgerton, it really is. And actually, I think when you come here, you feel like you're getting that immersive experience in the past. Everything you see in this room is original to it, including the ceiling. You know, somebody lying in this room in the 1760s, 250 years ago, was looking up at something that we're looking at right now, which is really cool.
I mean, look at that ceiling.
Yeah.
And the boudoir, you know, is a French name. It has such an interesting connotation, a very romantic connotation, because you could only be invited in a boudoir. You couldn't go there, right?
And you're right, actually, this room was the private sitting room of every single Lady Bangor to live in this house, right from the 1760s up until the 1960s. So you had 200 years of this being a
So
really...
what, this was used as it is in the 1960s?
Yeah, fireplaces were lit, the servants' bells were still working, you still had people coming in here and looking after Agnes Ward, who was the last Lady Bangor to live here. And it is a house that has virtually unchanged.
So it's like a step back in time. It's fascinating.
So
oh, we can go through.
You can step over the rope, I'll let you.
What a
do it.
privilege.
Yeah. I just wanted to show you some of the things in this room that nobody ever gets to see. They're really, really fragile pieces, and they're original to this room. So, but this is a really beautiful, original piece of wallpaper from this room. And it was found when they were redecorating this room in the 1980s. So this is Chinese hand-painted wallpaper on wooden paneling that would have lined this entire room. So it would have been almost like you were standing in a room that had real 3-dimensional painted shelves in it with all these little objects hanging. So you can see this is actually a fan that's hanging from it. You've got the Chinese writing, you've got a beautiful Chinese instrument.
Can you imagine the textures, the different levels there? And,
yes.
And that ceiling and the furniture, the carpets, the colors, the china. It's just incredible.
It would have been stunning.
Wow.
And it's such a glimpse into the taste of Lady Bangor, the first Lady Bangor who lived here. She's really closely associated with this Gothic side of the house. So it was her that wanted all of this Chinese feel in this room.
Can you imagine the lifestyle and the means that you have to create a place like this just the way you like it?
Exactly. Everything is quality. I wanted to show you one more thing.
I really like being here, you know?
Oh, sorry, Fred, sorry. You can't actually sit on the furniture.
Oh,
sorry. It's really, really old.
I'm just feeling so comfortable
I
here.
know, no, that's good. I'm not calling you big or anything, but it's going to break if you sit on it.
No
Sorry about that. But no, I'll show you over
Okay.
here. So I'm going to take you down to the servants area, Fred, because I think you'll find it really, really, really interesting. It's got the kitchens and
I like that.
What that thing I said about not touching things? You've got the kitchens, housekeepers' rooms. These are the servants' bells, and you would have called those if you needed anything.
I'll have a cappuccino, please.
Yeah. And this is the kitchen.
Incredible. What a place.
Yeah.
Oh, this is where they would have made potato bread, right?
Yeah, probably potato bread, soda bread, wheaten bread, proper Irish stuff. We've actually got a really lovely, this is, it's a copy of an 18th century menu. There's a man that came here in 1772 and he wrote an account of what he had for dinner at Castle Ward. And it's a lovely description of all the types of things.
I would eat that tongue and cauliflower. The last time I had tongue was when I was at school. They used to serve that for school dinners. It was delicious,
Really?
so soft, so tasty, beautiful.
Oh, I don't know. I think I'll leave that to you. I don't think I'd be eating tongue.
No, you'd
anytime
like it because
soon.
you never tried it. It's delicious.
Okay. This would have been where the staff were. This is where the people who lived locally, who lived on the estate, were coming every day from the crack of dawn till late at night. And the lovely thing about this room is that this was always the kitchen. This has always been Castlewar's historic kitchen. And you can just imagine, you know, the smells of this room, the swearing that was probably going on. Like, when you've been in kitchens.
This is where I would have been.
Yeah.
Your Highness.
I probably would have been like in a field outside. I probably wouldn't even gotten this far.
What a great dining room. I mean, this is where they would have had the meal that you were showing me before downstairs, right?
Exactly, always been the dining room. You're completely right. All right, Fred, so believe it or not, this is the family bathroom.
Right.
This would have been a proper luxury back in the day to have, you know, plumbed sinks, plumbed bath, flushing toilets. You know, you would have been a lap of luxury in here.
Flushing toilet.
Well, that's a slightly older model, but it's good.
I feel like the king. I'm on the throne. Can I have a moment now, please?
Oh, yes, sorry. No, work away, work away.
It's very comfortable, actually. Perfect.
What a fascinating stop-off. But now I need to get back on my bike. Right, it's time for my cycle challenge. I'm in Castle Ward and I've got to go to Portaferry. There are two routes here. The long way along the lock or the short way, which I think I'm going to take. I want to be clever. I'm going to go from Strangford to Portaferry by ferry. It's going to be a time trial. Let's go. See you later. Let's see who gets to the ferry first. I have just 10 minutes to cycle the 2 miles to the ferry port.
What a great time trial. I better hurry up. The ferry's at 2 o'clock. Oh. Incredible natural beauty.
Never mind the Tour de France time trial. This is the real deal. Luckily, the shore road is not too hilly, allowing me to get some speed up.
Better slow down. 30 miles an hour.
Strangford village at last. I'm almost at the port. I've made it, just in time for the ferry. Time to take a breather on board and enjoy the final stage of my journey across the lock to Portaferry. Most of the year, a car ferry runs here, but it's away for maintenance, leaving a much more modest ship with just enough room for a good-looking Frenchman and a bike.
Apparently there's dolphins here. I'm on the lookout.
Not much time for dolphin watching. I've been invited to steer the boat.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Captain Fred speaking. Make sure you hang on tight. We are just going to go straight onto the jetty over there. Hang on tight. Hang on tight, madame.
It's really not that easy. As the lock fills up with tidal currents of up to 8 miles an hour, you have to understand where you're heading.
We're doing here.
We're going to the other one. I'm going to let you drive.
On my cycle challenge across Strangford Lough to Portaferry have swapped the roads for the waves.
You were more relaxed than I was. That's it. I've made it to Portaferry.
Let the cycle adventure continue. The town of Portaferry's name comes from the Irish Port and Ferra, which according to some means landing place of the ferry. Bien sûr. I'm off to meet some of the marine life who inhabit these waters. At Portaferry Seal Sanctuary, they rehabilitate sick, injured and abandoned seal pups.
So how often do you feed them every day?
So this is our grey seal in here, and he'll get fed around 3 or 4 times a day. At the minute he's getting around 700 grams of herring.
He eats a lot. Well, they look very docile. Are they friendly?
This is a grey seal, so these are a very aggressive species.
What's his name?
And this is Sid.
Should have called him Sid Vicious then. Shall we go and feed him?
Yes, let's go.
I'm keeping my distance, Sid.
So this one's around 2 months old now. Typically we'll pick these little seal pups up from really busy beaches, so a lot of times the mother will be out hunting for food and she'll leave her little pup on the beach. Oftentimes humans will be walking their dogs, walking on the beach, and the mother will actually be terrified and she'll completely abandon her pup. But sometimes she'll also abandon her pup because of health reasons. That's when we come in. We'll go rescue them, bring them back here, make sure they've been seen by a vet and they're nice and healthy.
How long do you keep them for here?
So we'll keep them till they hit a certain weight. Usually around May time, they'll get released back into the wild.
In recent years, a record number of grey seals have been spotted during the breeding season in Strangford Lough. And so the seal sanctuary's work is vital for these growing populations.
Shall we feed him?
Yep, I'm gonna need your help. So we've lots of seagulls around here that'll try and steal Sid's food here. If you can use this pole and kind of scare them away.
Well, you want me to wave it in the air?
Yep, wave it in the air, dance with it, just try and scare them away while Sid's going to be eating here.
I thought I was going to feed the seals, and I've got to gesticulate like a clown now.
So I'm just going to throw some food in.
Oh, he's really hungry, look at that.
So he swallows them fish very fast.
He's going to get indigestions. Look at that. Ah, here's the seagulls.
Oh no, here they come. They can smell the fish.
Oh, look. Oh. Don't worry, I'm just scaring them off.
That's the first time that the seagulls never dove in.
Because I'm here.
They're scared of you.
Yeah. And they better be.
Watching us.
Don't worry, mate. They're not going to take your fish. I'm here. Well, he looks very happy now. He's eaten every single fish you've thrown at him.
Yep, that's him. That's his dinner. He's very happy.
He's having dessert now, look. It's so fascinating to be here in the Seal Sanctuary and so important to do this conservation work because otherwise these seals would have died. But in May, Sid is going to be released into the wild. He's going to be a happy bunny.
My cycle route around Strangford Lough is continuing down rural countryside roads.
This is so beautiful and peaceful here. I love it here. The weather is so different. You know, in Ireland you expect the rain, but look at it. It's so beautiful, it's so sunny. And this place is so peaceful, so calm. Makes me feel really relaxed.
I want to hold on to these memories of my Strangford cycle, but I can't stop for long. I'm meeting local artist Catherine Callahan, who regularly transforms local scenery into works of art. Catherine's unique style is produced by pouring custom-made inks from mid-air onto a canvas rather than using paintbrushes.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi,
How are you?
Fred. I'm great, thank you. How are you doing?
Very good. Hey, look, we're wearing the same thing.
We are.
I came prepared.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, that's very nice. So you've started that a few days ago, or?
Yeah, I started this a few days ago. So the first layer is created with black gel, and it's essentially the drawing, although it's drawn and poured from mid-air. So there's no pencil sketch under this.
Oh, I
it's
thought
very
there was some
loose.
pencil in. Oh.
Because the process is so organic, you never know exactly the marks that you're going to make or exactly the colours that will go down or where they'll go. So it's a mixture of being quite organic and fluid with an idea from the start.
I've been cycling around Strangford, and it's beautiful.
It
Is
really
it your
is.
inspiration?
Absolutely. I love this area. It's where I grew up, and Strangford is such a beautiful place. You couldn't help but be inspired by it.
Oh, let me show you something. This is a picture I took this morning on my way here. Look.
Oh, wow. I know where that is.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. That's Skettrick Island, looking across the loch towards Scrabo.
Look at the colours. Beautiful.
It's really beautiful. It's one that we should paint, I think.
You want me to paint?
Well, why not?
I'll give it a go, but I hope you have no expectations. It's going to be abstract.
Okay, we can do abstract.
My artistic skills are really going to be put to the test here.
So let me show you how we might approach this guy, first of all. We want quite a lot of colour on, so in this case, we're just going to pour.
Okay.
Okay. Like that. And then we're going to blow it over the surface before it sinks in. And while that's still wet, we're going to take this deeper blue
Right.
and we're going to just run it through. Splash, splash, splash. There's no real rules. That's the beauty of it.
No rules, that's exactly my style.
Fantastic. Absolutely.
Did you see that?
I did. I love it. It's amazing.
Get a bit
Come
of
in with a bit of a deeper blue. Yeah, and you can even swipe it, drag it along the surface. Yeah, beautiful. Look at that.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We're doing the same thing, but it's totally different.
Exactly. They're both going to be unique.
Okay, yes.
Where Strangford Loch meets the land and the sky. It's time to add islands, foliage and hills to my canvas.
Brilliant.
Keep saying that.
Yeah,
Give me confidence.
you're a natural.
You hear that? I'm a natural. Natural born painter. Just saying. Right, you see what I've done? It's good, isn't it? Oh!
Ah, it's a new style. It's like it's raining.
Oh my God.
But it's brilliant.
Can't believe it. Is it?
This is how these things happen. It's like the downpour.
This is going to be called a random.
Right.
Random in Strangford.
Yeah.
By Fred Siriex.
It's brilliant.
Brilliant.
Have you painted before, Fred?
Well, I've done a few things. You know, it depends what kind of headspace I'm in. And I remember painting about 20 years ago, and it was very abstract, quite mad. And I was in that moment where I needed to express myself. And actually, just the reason why I came here is because I'm in that headspace again. I want to paint, I need to paint. I don't know why, but I feel the urge to do it. I think it's really satisfying when you do something like that.
And look at the different effects.
Yeah.
Just different inks
But I wouldn't
respond
be able
differently.
to recreate that. I was just...
But that's the beauty of it, that you can't recreate everything again and again, so it's original. So I think it's time just to let these dry.
Yeah?
And then we can come back and add the next layer.
Perfect. Let's go for a coffee.
Let's.
After a well-deserved coffee, our paintings are dry enough for the next layer of ink.
Oh! Look how this has evolved.
Wow, look at the marks. They're fantastic.
I really like it.
Yeah. Okay, so the next layer comes from the inks mixed with an acrylic gel. You see how that's just defining your hills in the background? Lovely, what flair.
I don't know if that's the word.
Do you feel ready to try one of the boats? Okay, so if we pick maybe this boat. Oops.
Yeah.
Super.
I need to breathe. I need to breathe. It's like in sports, you know? I love boxing. And my trainer was saying to me, Freddie, you need to breathe, you need to breathe.
Yeah, you forget because you're concentrating so hard. Oh.
What's happened to you?
It was windy. It looks like the mast is sort of leaning to the side, so that's because it's maybe moving. So I think that's going to work for yours. Lovely. This is more fun, isn't it?
Well, just conscious of what I've got to hide. Yours is really, really beautiful. You can see what it is. It is this picture. This is...
Yours is full of drama and energy. It is. I see the wind, I see the movement of the boats, I can hear the wind moving around us. It's great, full of energy.
And there you have it.
Yeah.
She said it must be true.
As I continue my journey, I discovered that the roads around Strangford Lough are a destination and a haven for keen cyclists like me.
I just found some fellow cyclists. But you guys are racers.
Yeah, we're loving it. Amateur racers. She's a serious one. I just
really?
keep her company.
Yeah. You cycle a lot, do you?
That and triathlon. So we do this and then stop for coffee and scones. I think the world's to right.
Oh, nice.
These are lovely roads to cycle on.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
There were lots of cyclists out this morning. This is a great day for it.
Well, this week is good, but apparently next week is going to be cold, -5. That's what they've announced.
Wow.
So I'm bracing myself. Meeting so many people. I've loved it so far. Really, really loved it because I've been in the UK for 32 years and yet I'd never been here.
Oh, it's lovely.
All right, well, listen.
Good.
Enjoy your day.
Good luck.
Yes,
Good luck with the trip.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
I'm going this way and you're going that way,
that's
right? Take care. Ciao, nice to meet you.
Bye.
Ciao,
Bye.
ciao.
Enjoy the crack, Fred.
Yes, I will. Next time I race you.
Bye.
Isn't it gorgeous?
My cycle trip of Strangford Lough in County Down, Northern Ireland continues.
How are you?
With every pedal, I'm not just exploring Strangford for its islands, coves and mudflats, but for the many historical sites surrounding its shores too.
I'm so glad I'm able to cycle around Ireland now because it's allowing me to take my time. Take the time to really enjoy the country, but also to reflect about what I'm doing, where I'm going. And I'm really enjoying my own company. And what a place to do it in.
Below Strangford Lough is the town of Downpatrick, one of Ireland's most historic towns and the burial place of St. Patrick, Ireland's patron saint. Although St. Patrick's Day is celebrated the world over and he is credited with driving the snakes out of Ireland, I'm here to learn more about his impact on this island.
I'm so excited to be here, Gareth. I mean, this place is full of history.
It really is, Fred. So this is the most famous grave probably in Ireland. It's the grave of Ireland's patron St. Patrick. There are other saints buried here in the cathedral, including St. Bridget and St. Columcille, other patron saints of Ireland. But Patrick is believed to be somewhere on this hill.
But he wasn't born in Ireland.
No, he wasn't. He was originally Roman or British. He was part of Roman Britain. We think probably grew up in what's now Wales. And he was kidnapped from the Welsh coast when he was young by Irish slave traders and brought to Dublin. Patrick was brought up here north to Ulster, where he was put to work by the man who'd bought him, looking after a large flock of sheep. He slept on the hill with the sheep, where he started to pray and ask, why has this happened to me?
Patrick escaped his owners and fled to England, where his faith was strengthened before being given a mission.
He's told by God to go back to Ireland, the land that had enslaved him, and bring the news of Christianity to them. And he does that, and he comes back to where he had been, kept his property, and starts preaching. And the Christianization is a quick process, Fred.
Right.
It really catches on very quickly.
And at the time, was he famous, or did he become famous throughout Ireland?
He became really famous really quickly throughout Ireland. He wasn't known when he arrived back to start preaching, but he is an incredibly articulate preacher, he's someone who really knows the Bible, knows the faith. He has a great way of explaining more complicated points of theology with people. And so there are mass conversions to Christianity.
Because of him?
Because of him, yeah. And then certainly there are other people who start preaching, and it becomes a network of saints that are trying to convert Ireland. And as I say, they do it pretty quickly. But Patrick really is, in many ways, the key starting point of that process. We know that he died here, and we think his body was then brought back to somewhere around this hill. And for a long time, it was a very spiritually important site of pilgrimage for a lot of Irish Christians, but there hadn't been a shrine built for St. Patrick. And so centuries later, someone finally got round to putting this stone here on what they thought would be the likely spot somewhere around here where he's lying.
Okay, wow. And there is this custom, isn't there, to touch his tombstone to bring you good luck?
Yeah, it's good luck.
It feels very tactile. It feels quite spiritual to touch it. Shall we go inside the church?
Yeah, perfect.
Christians have worshipped on this site for over 1600 years. The early monastery was replaced with a cathedral built by the revered and the feared warrior John de Courcy in the 12th century.
Well, he really built it properly, huh? Look at that.
They
this is not going to fall over anytime soon.
They are built to last, and it definitely has been through a huge amount of history and violence and vicissitudes. So it's an extraordinary thing that it's managed to survive at all, and in the condition that it has.
Can we see inside?
You can indeed.
The cathedral was restored in the late 1800s. It's steeped in history and remains an important place of worship.
So Fred, while the exterior very much looks as it would have looked in the medieval period, the interior of the church is very different to what John de Courcy would have known.
I mean, at the time, that must have been the place to come to. I mean, it would have been the biggest building in the area, right?
Absolutely, and bearing in mind, building on this scale with this amount of colour and stone would have been really unusual at the time. So people coming in here in the Middle Ages would have been overawed by what they were seeing. And we know that de Courcy regularly came here to pray.
But this man, John de Courcy, wasn't just a noble, right? He was also somebody who was taking part in battles. Do we have any records of that?
There are records of many of his battles. Probably the most famous act of violence takes place here in the cathedral in 1203 or 1204. And by this point, de Courcy is losing a lot of friends and allies, and King John of England has taken against him. He thinks de Courcy's become too powerful, a bit too mighty. And so King John happens to liaise with another family in the area, the de Lacys, who hate de Courcy, and gives them permission to take John de Courcy prisoner. And de Courcy is never out of his armour. It said he would sleep in his armour if he could. But because he's so religious, there's one day of the year where he won't be wearing armour and he won't be armed. And it's Good Friday, the day that Christianity commemorates the crucifixion of Christ.
And they tried to get him on Good Friday?
They tried to get him here on Good Friday. So
here, on this very spot?
Here in this cathedral. He is praying for Good Friday.
Incredible.
And he is wearing a shirt. He's wearing no shoes. There are no weapons. And then a group of de Lacy men break in and think they're going to have an easy job arresting de Courcy. De Courcy manages to take one of their swords off them and has a choice between going quietly, because it is Good Friday, or perhaps going in a slightly more punchy way, and he goes with the punchy way and he kills.
So he goes like this?
Yep. It's not being in the
I have no idea what's come over me. Perhaps it's the spirit of John de Courcy himself.
Fred, that was like being taken back to the 13th century.
Is it what he did?
No,
Sorry about that.
Perfect. So Fred, that is the perfect example of living
That's what
history.
happened.
No, I felt like I was in
This
1203
is the story
or
of the
1204.
This is mad.
Yeah, no, so where you were, I think, vividly and perfectly reenacting it, would have been about 13 corpses by the time he was finished. So he is imprisoned, despite his brave swordplay, he is imprisoned, and one of the conditions for his release is that he atones for his sins by going on pilgrimage to Jerusalem. But he gets sick and dies when he makes it back to Ireland, so he doesn't have a long post-Jerusalem career.
All these stories are making me hungry. Let's go.
I'm leaving Down Cathedral and cycling along Strangford Lock to my next destination. A potato bread making masterclass.
Hi, Tracy.
How are you?
Very good.
Lovely to see you. How are you doing?
Very good. Thanks for having me.
Come on ahead, come on ahead, come on ahead.
Bonjour.
Have a seat there, have a seat. Okay.
You like some tea?
Oh, yeah, I'd love some tea. Thank you very much.
Potato bread is literally made with 3 ingredients. You've got your salt and pepper, which I'm counting as 1, right? You've got your mashed potato, and you've got just plain flour. The whole point of our potato bread was about not wasting anything. Whatever spuds would have been left on the plates at the end of the night, my mum would have scraped those spuds off into a big saucepan, added the flour, mixed it together, and cooked the potato bread, and we would have had that then the next day. So aprons on and then wash your hands, okay? Right, thank you. Okay.
Tracy has given us a head start and prepared the mashed potato earlier.
So everybody grab a lump of mash, and it is quite moist.
I'll take that one.
Okay.
I feel that's the winning one.
All right. Well, it's a competition.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
Very much
is
so.
it?
Very much so.
Just grab a lump of flour, add it gradually. Don't worry if you're treating it like putty, because you don't want it doesn't have to rise anyway. So just add it bit by bit. Get your hands floury. That's it.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh,
Sorry.
June, she's throwing flour at Fred. Ruth, I love your dough. That looks so good.
I love the simplicity of it. And I love the tradition because it goes back such a long way.
Exactly.
That's what it is, really.
That's exactly. And using up what was left over on the plates
Yes.
from the night before, you know.
What about yours?
Mine are
Irregular
and thin, slim.
and a bit wet.
Fred says that they're too dry.
They're a bit wet.
I think his are as well.
No, they're not. Stop this.
I think there's a bit of rivalry going on here.
Yeah, she's just
I think I'd call that more than
trying to
rivalry.
ruin my potato
Sabotage?
bread. Yeah, sabotage.
Yeah. Now that you've got your farls all ready to go, we're going to just bring them over there to the griddles, and we're going to cook them about roughly 4 minutes on each side. Okay? And this will be so lovely with a bit of butter later. Yep, that's it.
There we are.
Brilliant. There is a pot of jam for the winning farls. I should say that now. But we go on presentation.
Look, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but this looks like the loser's griddle. I mean, we are doing good, aren't we?
I think ours are going to be.
Yeah. Oh, this is mine.
I think theirs will stick now. So now I'm just going to have a little look around. This is not the part that I enjoy the most, having to make these decisions. Okay, these are yours, Fred. Yes, These are yours, Cheryl. This is making this very difficult. Okay, these are yours, Ruth. Right, okay. And these are yours, Andrew. Okay, well, the pot of jam on this occasion goes to Andrew.
I'm delighted for Andrew. No, really, I am.
I'm just going to show you mine.
Oh God, are you okay?
June!
Are you okay?
She tripped me! I can't believe it! I mean,
No.
look at my potato bread now!
Oh my God!
Fred, you can have some of mine.
Fred, I just
All right then. Thank you very much. Not as good as mine. Oh, they're over there. Look at this sorry potato bread. I mean, what an afternoon, what a great experience. I mean, this is how people used to eat such a long time ago, but they still eat like that here. And this is the kind of food I like to eat because it's real.
I'm now on the last leg of my cycle along the shores of Strangford Lough, and there is one place I haven't been yet, the pub. But I'm not just going there for a drink.
I couldn't come to Ireland without learning about Irish dancing. So I've come here to Downpatrick to do just that. I've got dancing feet. Hi.
Hi, Fred. How are you?
How you doing?
Hiya.
Hi, nice to see you. It's like election day. How you doing? How are you? You okay? How are you?
What brings you here?
I'm coming for the Irish dance class.
What Irish dance class?
Well, the one at the pub. Are you coming too?
Do we look like Irish dancers, Fred?
You don't want to come? No. Cheers, luncheon.
Fred, I'm not sure that floor could take us Irish dancing.
No, that'd be fine. That'd be fine. You are coming, are you?
We'll go for a laugh, yeah. We'll go down and see.
Oh, I'll just finish this first then.
Okay.
Cheers.
Great. Cheers.
Luncheon. Cheers. Cheers. Right, are you ready, guys? Let's go. Come on, let's do this.
Ah, so you've made it. All right, come on in. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. You're not shy. You're not a bit shy.
Our Irish dancing teacher, Josephine, is a former professional dancer, but this class may test her limits.
How's everybody got dancing shoes on?
Yeah?
Yes, I hope so. I hope so. So we're going to start you with the very basics of dancing. And the basics of dancing are your 1, 2, 3s. And you always do 8 of those steps. Now, this is what we give to our beginners when they come in through the door. We take them at the age of 4, so no pressure. No pressure. All right? Okay, it starts with your right foot first. Okay? So it goes 1, 2, 3. And then change to your left. 2, 2, 3. So right toe pointed again, and you're going to the right. 5, 6, 7, and hop, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, jump back, jump back, 2, 3, back, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, jump back. Now do it on your left, and hop, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, jump back, back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, jump back,
Oops, sorry.
jump back. Brilliant! Excellent! Excellent! Now.
I've been cycling all day. You know, these guys have been in the bar. They've been doing this. They've been doing this.
I mean, we're happy.
I've had enough exercise. You're doing Irish dancing. I'm doing random.
Just random dancing. That's okay too. We were always told in the show that a smile is worth 1,000 steps. So never forget that. If you forget what your feet are doing, just smile. Just smile.
Okay? Just smile. That's it. I'm doing whatever's going on in my head. Because I need far more practice than this.
Now we're going to bring you right back. This is called the brush dance. So this would be what's really known as Channel.This dancing. So like an old-fashioned kind of dancing. There we go, there we go.
I want to break free.
I bet you do.
Where does it come from? How far back does it date?
Oh, centuries.
Really?
Centuries, yes.
And how did you start with a broom like this?
Well, there are lots of stories as to where the brush dance came from. One of them was that in order to meet a partner in Ireland, you had to be a good dancer because that's where they met, was dancing at the crossroads. And there was maybe not enough partners to go around, so the story is that this became a practice partner. And they practiced in the house with the brush.
Oh,
and
right.
then it developed into a dance.
So this is the land of first dates then? This is where it started.
Starts.
You guys.
Absolutely. So you're on the right side of your brush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ready, right foot. Right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. Right foot, now go backwards. Back and back, back and back, back and back, back and back.
This plus the cycling today, I'm exhausted, totally shattered.
And that is the end of the class. Well, that was quite the experience, wasn't it?
Unbelievable. Yeah, thanks for that, Fred. Thanks, Fred.
Cheers. Have you done it before?
No.
Oh, it's your first time too?
First time, yeah. Could you not tell? Did you not see?
No, I could, of course, you know. I think we could get better if we had more time, but, you know, to get round that rhythm, you know, and placement of the feet and everything, it's really hard.
Well, I think we said we had to brush up on things, you know. Yeah, next time you're back, Fred, next time you're back. We'll not rush it.
Well, that was quite a workout, wasn't it? I'm going for a relaxing cycle now. See you later.
It's time to head on to my next destination as my cycle tour of Strangford Lough comes to a close.
Strangford is so special. The vibe here is chilled and very relaxed. It's all about the nature and enjoying the slow life. Perfect for self-reflection.